Can you believe this show's been around for 6 months already? We can't. And on today's episode, we're going to discuss where crypto was at when we recorded the first episode and where it's at today. Hop into the time machine with us and let's see where the first 6 months have taken all who are card-carrying citizens of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia in this Time Flies When You're Being Bad Quickie edition of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
Hey Google, play Bad Crypto Podcast.
Okay, I'll continue playing the Bad Crypto Podcast. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency for newbies. FinTech Talks with Lex Sokolin.
Stay bad.
And welcome to the Bad Crypto Podcast, the show for the crypto curious and the crypto serious. We are bad, and that's all there is to it. So thanks for listening today, and until next time, stay bad. Oh, hey Travis, how you doing?
We're the crypto hilarious.
Some people think so.
Some people hate us. Oh my God. They're crypto
No, nobody
hilarious.
hates us. We're lovable. I mean, we might be bad, but we're nice.
That's true. We're nicely bad. Some people don't like our humor, Mr. Joel Kahn, but that's okay because you can't please everyone all of the time.
And certainly not going to try, but we do enjoy being us, and we do enjoy crypto, and we enjoy that some of you really like being here. And today's a short celebration of 6 months of being bad. Wow.
6 months of being bad. It's pretty amazing. Woo! Horrible. You know what? It's been amazing. So on July 16th, for those of you who maybe don't know where we came from, Joel and I were having lots of conversations back and forth about the cryptos.
Mommy, where do bad cryptos come from?
Bad cryptos come from the minds of two dudes with delusions of grandeur, son.
Yeah, we were just busy talking blockchain, just, like friends do, back and forth on Facebook Messenger, all day, every day. It seemed we're discussing, what do you think of Ethereum? And what do you think about this Bitcoin thing? Where's it going? And we were both investing, little bits of our hard-earned money into crypto. And we were doing it so often that on July 16th, you sent me a message with your standard laughing, crying emoji. And it said, what's next? The Joel and TW crypto show?
Mm-hmm. And then that excited you. And then you messaged me and you're like, oh my gosh, I got an idea. We should do it. And from that moment, the next 48 hours was a whirlwind where we decided what we wanted to call the show. We created the logo and branding for the show. We launched the WordPress site and got that set up. We got all of our recording gear all in order, and we set up Libsyn for our podcast. And then we created our very first episode and launched it all within 48 hours of that initial idea.
And the world has never been the same. Here we are with over 1.5 million downloads later, heard in 190 countries. And the show has not only ranked highly in iTunes for business and investing, but we've actually crept into the top 200 of all shows several times. And at the rate we're growing, I think we're going to set up camp there pretty soon.
One would hope, but you know what? It's one of those things where it is what it is. We didn't know what to expect from the show. We didn't really expect, the kind of responses that we got and so many people, if you would have said, hey, Travis, on January 18th, 6 months after launching the show, we will have well over 1.5 million downloads. We'll be in the top 200. We'll be in the top 10 of investing podcasts in the world. Number 2 in Australia, number 4 in the UK, number 7 in the United States. I would have laughed. I would have said, you are insane in your membrane, Mr. Joel Kahn.
I would have laughed at you too, but I do that all the time anyhow. So, nothing would have changed. So let's go ahead and go to coinmarketcap.com, because what we thought we would do today is take a look at where the state of crypto was on the date of our first, when the idea for Bad Crypto was hatched on July 16th, and take a look at it today. And this is being pre-recorded because Travis is on the blockchain cruise. But when we say today, we're saying January 13th. Okay, so it's not officially 6 months as of the recording, but it will be when it airs. So work with us here. Suspend some disbelief, people. And I learned something because Mr. Travis Wright showed me how you can do a historical snapshot of any given day on CoinMarketCap. Why don't you go ahead and share with the good citizens of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia how that works?
For sure, yeah. So you go to coinmarketcap.com, and then you see the little tabs there. I actually see the where the search bar that says search currencies, and there's the market cap, trade volume, the trending, and then there's tools. If you click on tools, there is a button called historical snapshots. And by clicking on that will give you certain days. They normally do like one a week, I think, is how they typically do that. So they do a snapshot of one day a week, and they happen to do a snapshot on the day Joel and I came up with the idea to do the show. So that ends up being perfect for us.
So let's start by taking a look on July 16, 2017. The crypto market cap, the entire market cap, was approaching $67 billion.
I don't know, Joel. That sounds like a bubble.
Well, it hasn't fallen since then. I mean, I look at the charts and it's gone up and come back a little bit, but that was the lowest it's been since we started. It's never fallen below that. So approaching,
how good we are to the crypto market. We are good luck charms, you guys.
Wait, are you blaming Bad Crypto on the rise in crypto?
Yeah. We have been very influential in the market, Mr. Joel Com, as I pat myself on the back with both hands.
Yes. If by influential you mean showed up at the right time in the right place and got lucky, then yeah, we were incredibly influential. The market cap as of right now, $745 billion. By the way, it hit an all-time high of about $835 billion before the pullback happened, where it dropped about 20% or more to about $630 billion. And of course, people panic. The sky is falling. The bubble is bursting. And we're sitting here chilling going, all right. I took the opportunity to buy some more cryptos on that dip dose, and it's now back up to 745 billion. And my personal opinion is that the next run will be to 900 billion, and then we push to $1 trillion.
$1 trillion in crypto. That is unbelievable when you think that when we started this thing 6 months ago, it was, like you said, 66 billion. We've already passed, so it's already gone over 10x. It's already gone up almost 15x, really. And wow, that is one amazing market. Now, when you look at what has happened since then with some of these different coins, like on that day we started the show, Mr. Joel Com, Bitcoin was $1,995.52. Do you think we should invest?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I might pull back.
We're not financial advisors. I don't know. It's almost $2,000. You may not, I wonder about this really, because people who started tuning into our show really early when cryptos were still really low in some of these, and we're going to go over some of these prices because they kind of make you want to cry that they were so low. And people who did come on, we never tell anybody what to invest in. We don't make any of those recommendations. I don't know if we've ever mentioned that in our show, but we are not financial advisors. But
I think that's the first time.
Is that the first time in 6 months?
I'm sure.
First time. Wow, that's the first.
I
for
think
everything.
we need to. By the way, somebody in the Telegram said that we should hashtag that as NAFA.
NAFA.
Not a financial advisor. Hashtag NAFA. We should have NAFA coin.
And it would be a shit coin, just like bad coin, which is great. Yeah. Imagine this, Mr. Joel Com. On the 16th of July, you could buy some Ripple for 16 cents.
That sounds like Ripple's on sale. Now today it's at $2. Of course, it hit all-time high of what, 3.25 or something like that. And people are like, "Oh, it's down to $2." Dude, if you had gotten in 6 months ago, it was at 16 cents. You'd be sitting on a 12, 13x right now.
Yeah. You know, the one that, and this was one of the ones that really sort of got us rolling into the trading, right? So back in the day, NEO, which was then Ant Shares, was $5.12. And I know that we got in that a little bit before we started doing the show, and I told you about it. And you were like, "Oh man." And then, so that was the catalyst for us to get off of Coinbase and on to like Bittrex and some of these other exchanges. And then once we started figuring that out, it was like, "Oh my gosh, Joel, this is magical."
Internet
Money.
in NEO today, $141, which, by the way, NEO is just steadily climbing right now. It's almost like nobody's paying attention. You know, for the longest time, it sat down there at $10 and then 20 and went up and had that run to 60 and then pulled back to like 25. And it's just steadily going up. And I think what's happened is the South Korea FUD that's taken place. Oh, they're going to ban crypto and no ICOs. And, you know, nobody really knows for sure what's happening there yet. People have been going, okay, well, China ICO, that's the place. And NEO is positioned. And while we don't make any recommendations, I recommend it to myself that, you know, I hodl my NEO. And my personal belief, and that's all this is my personal belief, is that it is shaping up to be the next Ethereum, because it is the Ethereum on the other side of the world.
It is. And if you were to invest some money on July of 2017, on the day we started our show, you would have received 25x returns so far. And I don't think that NEO has left the atmosphere yet. I think it is still in the upper ionosphere on its way to the moon. It has not gone to the moon. Not yet.
Speaking of Ethereum, $161 on the snapshot date of July 16th, 6 months ago. It also is creeping up there, and it's broken the 1400 barrier. And remember, Ethereum sat around that 300 mark for so long, and then boom, it just took off last month, and it's not come back down like Ripple has. It is holding its own.
Well, there are so many transactions. If you go to blocktivity.info, right? We've mentioned that site several times. Blocktivity. It's like activity, except with a block in front of it, .info. You can see how many transactions are going through on the Ethereum platform. And a lot of times the blockchain is, you know, pretty full. But think of all of these tokens and all of these smart contracts and all these ICOs that are being built as an ERC20 token. If you go to Ether Delta and just look and just scroll down and see all the different coins that is on Ether Delta, those are only coins that are built on Ethereum's blockchain. So when you scroll through there are so many. I don't even know how many there are, but it takes forever to scroll down to go, if I want to go buy some V or Block V or buy some V chain, it's all the way down there at V. I'm scrolling. I'm like, good Lord, there's got to be a couple, there's like maybe a couple, 200-300 of them on there, if not more than that. So there are a lot of tokens there. So it made sense to me that since so many different companies are being built on top of on the Ethereum blockchain, that price should be higher. And there are only 97 million Ethereum in circulation. So not a huge number.
You know, Travis, there are those that are prognosticating that Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin in terms of market cap. You know, as of right now, Bitcoin is 242 billion, Ethereum 135 billion. And with the supply that is 5 times the size of Bitcoin, I see that as a definite possibility. Not that Ethereum would have a price higher than Bitcoin, but because the supply is 5 times, that it could easily overtake Bitcoin and to be the number one coin.
When we started this show, just a little bit ago, Ethereum was at 1,300 and now it's at 1,400. It's gone up almost 13% today. So that just might be an anomaly, but there it is, 1,400, like you mentioned. And if you look at number 4 on the list today, it's BitScam Cash.
It's Bcash.
Bcash, BitScam Cash. Yeah, back 6 months ago, it didn't even exist because the scam hadn't been perpetrated yet.
Okay. Now I'm still not on board with calling it a scam. I'm not. I feel like the Bcash people have, they believe the logic behind this fork. And honestly, as much research as we've done, I still am on the fence a little bit. Personally, I'm not investing anything into Bcash, but I'm not certain that there's not a place for it.
Can I tell you my problem with it, though?
Yes, please tell us your problem. Everybody, please sit down and get your pen and paper out because Travis is about to share his problem with Bcash.
Yeah, my problem with Bcash is this. So, Roger Ver, God bless him, he owns Bitcoin.com, but he's only shilling Bitcoin Cash, right? Now, also, the Twitter handle, twitter.com/Bitcoin, is now only shilling Bitcoin Cash. And so that is very confusing into the market, and it's doing a disjustice to this whole space. And that's why I don't like it. I don't like how they're trying to approach it. I don't like how they're confusing newbies who are coming on and going, no, Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. It's the real Bitcoin. This is the one. And so, you know what? So I say thumbs down to that. That pisses me off.
I'm with you on that. I am. I agree that the branding and the marketing is uncool. I'm referring to the philosophical use of and legitimacy of the currency, but I agree that the marketing is not good.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. I mean, it is like if you listen to the interview with Roger Ver and Jameson Lopp when they had that discussion on the Tom Woods show, I believe you can look at that on YouTube. And, Roger Ver had a lot of great points. I mean, it is faster. It's more reliable. The transactions are cheaper, but for them to say it's Bitcoin, that's incorrect. And somebody said this, it was like, it's almost as if Hillary had said, oh, well, I didn't win the election, but I'm actually the president of the United States. And then everybody who got fired from Trump's cabinet, she's hiring, and then she's creating her own, calling it the United States government cash and trying to, I'm the real president. And it's just bogus because it's very confusing. It's especially for new people who are coming in, and it's got a big place now because Bitcoin Cash is on Coinbase. And so people are coming on and going, wow, Bitcoin, what is this? And so I just have a fundamental issue with that. Now, there's a lot of engineers out there who believe in the mission of Bitcoin Cash. I just think the way they're going about it is kind of screwy and it is more centralized. And I don't know. I just don't really dig it.
I get it. And by the way, that illustration of Hillary would be ridiculous because, of course, everybody knows that Oprah is our president.
She's that's a new president.
Right. And also, I want to note that you wordified while you were talking. I don't even think you meant to do it, but you said that Bitcoin Cash is a disjustice. So I liked that.
Unjustice. I don't know.
It was
Disservice.
a disjustice.
Disservice.
It was disjustice. I'm going to stick with disjustice. Now, here's another one. This one really tickles me to no end because on July 16th, Stellar, which was ranked number 23 in market cap, was sitting at a whopping 1.7 cents. And within our first month, we had Jed McCaleb of stellar.org on the show, and they were gracious enough to provide us with sets of Stellar lumens to give away to our listeners. And we had 400 sets of 500 lumens. And at that time, those 500 lumens that we were giving away to people were worth $10. Well, today, Stellar is sitting down from an all-time high of 90 cents, which it ran a couple weeks ago, to 65 cents. So if you are one of the recipients of those sets of 500 Stellar lumens, your $10 now worth 325.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And here we were giving away some crypto. We love doing that. I mean, this has been a super fun journey in being able to educate folks, and not only that, but giving them free crypto, giving them free education. I mean, this is magical. I mean, we're literally helping people. So many people have messaged us saying, "Wow, I actually can foresee myself being able to retire someday, whereas I've never envisioned that before. And now that I'm investing in this, we've received, a lot of people 10x returns on their stuff, because if they started getting in really early on some of these things, they've had some really nice returns, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, we're looking at, like, Monero was $31 when we started the show. Now it's over $400. It's nearing $500. Tether, when we started the show, it was worth $1, and now it's worth $1. So it hasn't really moved that much.
Wait, that's a true shitcoin right there. Right? How about Dogecoin? A joke meme coin had a market cap of about 160 million, was at 0.0014 cents, and even Dogecoin has gone up to as high as about 1.5 cents or so, currently sitting at 0.012 with a market cap of 1.5 billion, 10x'd over the last 6 months. A silly meme coin.
Yeah, and actually the creator of Doge, Jackson Palmer, who's an Australian entrepreneur and technologist, he just had an article on Vice, and it said, "How my joke cryptocurrency hit $2 billion. That means something is very wrong with the crypto space." I mean, he started out as a joke. He said he only has about $50 worth of Doge, so maybe that's why he's upset about that. But originally it started out as a joke. But you know what? If I'm trying to send somebody Doge, like, it's super quick. It's way faster than Bitcoin transactions, faster than Litecoin in a lot of ways, faster than Ethereum in a lot of ways. I mean, literally, if you send somebody Doge, it gets there really quick. So that's not really a shitcoin. It's an exchange, a peer-to-peer currency, and it's very fast. And it's very reliable. And that's one of the things people look at. So if I try to go buy something, or I see a deal, or I see a price on something that I want to go buy, then, I'll send one of those coins over. I don't like to send Bitcoin because it's so slow, but I might send Lumens. Lumens will get there in like 3 seconds. I'll send Doge. Doge is there really quick. Send some of these other ones. So it's not a bad idea to hold some of these coins that are really quick, because they can allow you to jump on some crypto sales pretty quickly, Mr. Jocom.
Now it's not all sunshine and rainbows there, Travis, because as I'm looking at the market cap, there's coins here that I don't recognize. For example, number 56 on July 16th was called Litecoin. The symbol is LEO with a price of 48 cents. I have no idea what Litecoin is, but it was number 56 in market cap, because so many currencies have come out. Today, Litecoin is number 396. It's fallen from 48 cents to 27 cents. So, if you had invested in that 6 months ago, you would be down today, and you'd be like, "Whoa, where's my Litecoin at?" So there are coins that have not gone up, that have fallen, since this time. Here's another one I don't recognize. Number 46, LYKK. It was number 46. The symbol is LKK. It's currently number 240, and it's actually up a nickel. That's all, from 25 cents to 30 cents. So there's not these astronomical gains everywhere, just to be clear.
That is true, just to be clear. But if you go through and look at all of the different ones, I mean, overall, the market going from 66 billion to 800 billion. I mean, that is one amazing ride. I mean, we're looking at, you're right. Stellar. That was pretty crazy. Quantum went from like $4 to $50. Steam was a little bit less than $1. BitShares was like 10 cents. Now BitShares is like 50, 60 cents or something. It's EOS was $1.29. I saw yesterday that thing took off yesterday.
It hit $17.
Yeah. Now it's sitting at almost $16. So that was nice. Dash. I mean, Dash had a nice roll as well. Dash went from $137 and now it's at $1,100. And, that's pretty big.
I'm trying to figure out what the biggest gainer was for the year. And while this might not be it, just a cursory glance here, Ray blocks. XRB is the symbol. 6 months ago, it was at 2 cents. Today, it's number 20 in market cap at $23.80. Holy cow. I don't have any of that. I don't know anything about it. I've seen it in passing as people mention it, but I had no idea. That is insane returns.
We'd like to go back in time and have Ray blocks on the show so we can know about them. I mean, yeah, they only have 133 million in circulation. That's actually they have their max out there. So times $23. So that thing took all, you know what? Here's the thing, Mr. Joel Comp. It was 17 cents on like Thanksgiving.
I'm trying to figure out the math on this. Is that like 1,150% returns, or it might even be higher? I'm not sure how that works out. I just know that that's redonkulous.
It's been as high as 30. It looks like it's been as high as almost $35 as well. So,
can you imagine if you had spent, let's see, if you had spent $200, okay, back in July, you would have had 10,000 Ray blocks. Today, those would be worth $200. Your $200 investment would be worth $230,000.
Wow! So
that
right now
shows you how quick this is changing.
Yeah, let me see here. So it's 2 cents. Yeah, that's a 1,200x. If you buy, wow, that's so crazy.
So, the question we ask ourselves now is, okay, where are the value coins now? Where are the new ICOs that are coming out that have technology that is going to be legitimate, that actually solves a real problem in the marketplace that people are going to want to use? Because, just buying crypto to invest because you feel like it's going to go up, hey, that's fine if you're a trader. But, I'm trying to get involved in companies that are solving real problems that are in it for the long term, that will have long-term value and bring value to society. And, what are those? And, we kind of hope that we're bringing some of them to you through the ICO spotlights that we do.
And what we brought some very solid ones over, which has been great. We have, Power Ledger. We had Horizon State. Those two, we had those on one episode, and both of those like literally took off. And we've had a bunch of other ones that have been very successful as well. So we are out there actively looking for great technologies to showcase on the show. So if you are part of a great crypto company that's doing some really epic stuff, that has some awesome technology that's solving a big problem, reach out to us. Let us know. We will vet you. And if you pass the test, we will have you on the show.
What a ride this has been thus far, Mr. Travis Wright. And, 6 months from now, when we come to our 1-year anniversary, we're going to not only have a listener appreciation show and maybe have some of you actually on as we might bring you on as guests. Who knows? But we will revisit the State of the Union. And I wonder, what will we look at? What cryptos will we say, man, look what that has done in the last 6 months. And I wish that I had invested, bought 10,000 of those, because now I'm a gazillionaire because of that investment.
Well, keep in mind, this is what Ronnie Moaz said. He goes, don't necessarily pay attention to the amount of circulating supply. Don't necessarily pay attention to the price. Pay attention to the market cap. Now, if we were to look at the market cap on July 16th, there was only 6 coins that were over $1 billion in market cap, right? Now, if we look at that today, you got to keep scrolling. All right, down to 42. Like number 43, Digibyte, is almost $1 billion company, but that has increased 7 times. There are 7 times more $1 billion coins than there were in July. So if that same thing were to expand out, and I mean, wow,
the top 100, right?
Yeah, the top 100 should all be billions. Easy if that's the case over the course of the next 6 months. But the trick is I like to find coins that maybe don't have a whole huge amount of surplus, or a supply of them, and their price is pretty reasonable, and it hasn't hit $1 billion in market cap yet. I mean, if you're looking at that Rayblock's XRB back in the day with a 2 cents a pop before, because they did their ICO or whatever, and then they were just chilling from like April to November, and then November it was 17 cents, and then pop. So how do we not hear about it? How come nobody let us know about XRB? Oh,
somebody might have. We get a lot of emails from people, and I'll bet you it was mentioned. It's just that finding the time to read them all and program what's going to go in on the shows, it's kind of overwhelming. Unfortunately, we now have some help to do that because Travis and I really want to focus on delivering content to you guys. You said that, the amount of shows we're doing are a good fit for you, and it's a good fit for us. So we're both backing off of some other things we're doing in our career in order to focus more on delivering value to you via Bad Crypto. Because we love you.
Yes, now we're really super important media personalities, and so we got to turn these people down for all these other requests. Because
did you say self-important? Is that right?
Yeah, we're very self-important media personalities, and actually we're not. What's so funny is that it's like it doesn't matter. It's like I'm at a point in my life where I'm not going to change who I am. It doesn't matter. I think maybe I might be a little bit more vocal when I get to the point where I have FU money.
Like John McAfee.
Yeah. But I'm not going to change. I'm always me. And you know what? If this had happened maybe years ago, whenever I was younger, I'd probably, you could see like, oh man, me in my 20s, I wanted to be a famous comedian. That was my goal. And it's like, man, if that would have happened to me in the 20s and I was in my 20s, I would have become an insufferable douchebag probably. But now I'm in my 40s, and so I'm an insufferable douchebag now in my 40s. So it's not really not much has changed.
Well, and I guess the moral of the story for those of you that are entrepreneurs out there and want to do your own thing is just, don't listen to what other people say. Do your own thing. Pursue what makes you happy. And some people will dig it and some people won't. And every now and then you strike gold or you hit crypto gold. And in this case, hopefully everybody here is hitting crypto gold. Although we must remind you that everything could collapse tomorrow and your investments could go to zero. So
we are not financial advisors still.
And we're still not financial advisors. But we do love you. Thanks for the reviews. In fact, as we close out here, just let you guys know that we've passed 500 reviews on iTunes. It's got a 5-star rating. We're approaching 400 reviews on Facebook with a 4.9 rating. Somebody out there said, you guys suck, and took our perfect. You guys need to try not so hard to be funny. And it's like, really? Actually, we're just ourselves, and we do crack jokes, and we have fun with it. Because you know what? Here's the thing. If we didn't have fun doing it, we wouldn't be doing it. That's how we roll. It's like, it's got to be fun because I know that I'm not money motivated. Money has not been something that's ever been a driving force in anything that I've ever done. And so, I like to have fun. I like to have a good time. I like to be on that bleeding edge of technology and really figuring out emerging technologies. That's what my career has been, checking that stuff out and helping companies out. But now we're in this space with this crypto world and we're advising some pretty amazing companies. We've had some pretty amazing companies on our show, and there's a lot of people out here doing some epic stuff, and more intelligent people are moving into this space. So this is exciting. I think 2018 is just going to be incredible. So to sum up, Travis, don't want nothing but a good time. How can I resist? Stay bad, kiddos. Stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.
Once we started figuring that out, it was like, oh my gosh, Joel, this is magical.
Yeah. Oh, was that the cue?
That was a cue.
Okay.
So just say internet.
Internet.
Money!